Hello and welcome to the Galloping Gurus, your home for daily horse racing analysis, race previews and expert insights. If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Or for even more in-depth analysis, join the Galloping Gurus membership club at gallopinggurus.com, where you'll receive our exclusive race analysis before the markets even open, giving you access to our thoughts ahead of the day's racing. It's all about getting that value, and if you get it the day before, then you'll certainly be getting exactly that. Ciao, ciao.
Hiya, mate.
Hiya.
All good?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. I was just having a look through some of the stuff today and see the one that we put up very small. Obviously, it's we're not jumping up and down about the day, but it's eights into fours and trading at 5.4 on the exchanges. So I mean, it's been reasonably strong. I see Law Courts, the one that you reasonably liked last time out, but obviously not with the jock. But that's been well played as well today. And City of Poets and
Yeah.
Frame Race, there's three of them in there that have been well played.
Yeah, interesting. It is interesting. The Ishmael Mahmood horse that
Yeah,
obviously I spoke about a tiny bit that I couldn't have because of the stable being so badly out of form. That's quite well bet, isn't it? And
yeah, certainly has. And there one yesterday that was pretty hammered, nearly beat the James Owen horse yesterday in the last race at Kempton.
yeah, that was what I was going to say. They had one heavily gambled yesterday that went very close and very unlucky to get beat, really. So maybe there are signs of life there.
Yeah, interesting as well. 2 days on the bounce. They've heavily bet a couple of theirs, so they obviously feel like they've got them where they want them to be, don't they?
Yeah, so that is interesting. Needless to say, as soon as you start banging on about a stable being out of form, they come right back to it. But there you go. It is what it is.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. I mean, what can you do? It's you're always there to be shot at with egg on your face in this game, aren't you?
Certainly are. Yeah, certainly are.
Especially when you put your opinions out there. But like we say, they are opinions, and everybody should have their own. But we do work at this every single day of our lives for many, many, many hours. It's our jobs to do so. So we can only say what we see, and sometimes we do have egg on our faces.
Yeah.
But there we go. All right. Well, on to tomorrow's then. I guess we'll start at Newbury, shall we?
Yeah, can do.
Okie dokie. I don't have a lot there, to be honest. In the 3 o'clock, really just to talk about job, really. I just said that Raintown loves Newbury, multiple course winner, dropping slightly in grade here, having won last time out, beating our horse Calf Star, who was given a little bit too much to do, but nevertheless they finished 3 lengths clear of the third. He's up £3 to a mark of 66, but he won here off 70 last year. So can't see any reason why he won't go okay, but forecast only to be threes. And there's a sneaky, or not even a sneaky, there's a 3-year-old in there. We ride at Dawn, won nicely last time out in a fillies race, and is a 3-year-old who could be on the improve. She receives weight for age here, so will likely be a player, but she's forecast to be twos. I don't think I've not got a play in the race, but obviously Raintown. I've got a little bit of previous with Raintown. I preferred my previous maybe a couple of years ago when I got him to win a few times for me, but. Obviously, we've talked about him plenty in recent times, and he does go well here, doesn't he? So,
Yeah, he loves Newbury, doesn't it? Seems to be his favourite track, and in a similar type of race. I mean, I know it was it amateurs last time and apprentices this time?
yeah.
No reason why it won't run well.
No. tractor he likes. But I mean, ultimately, unfortunately, I'd actually rather see him in a race with 10 or 12 horses where you get a little bit of value. Obviously, he's only going to be 3-1 tomorrow. Well, potentially, that's what he's forecast to be. And he got a couple of pesky ones. That Decalogue that you talked about the other day. I mean, that is entered. I think it's running today. I think it's entered tomorrow, and it's entered in a few races. So they probably think they've got him about right, ready to go as well. But yeah, there we go. That's all really to talk about in there. I don't know if you've got anything else until the 5:58.
Yeah, I thought may as well just quickly talk about the 4:45 because it's quite a good race, conditions race
Yep.
for the fillies. Soren Gale was impressive at Ascot, won relatively well. The first run was really eye-catching. I don't think anyone missed that. She was out the back and absolutely flew home to finish fourth. Then obviously strongly fancied the next time, went in. She could be quite useful. Also, Ferry Stream won quite nicely at Windsor on debut
Yeah.
when the owner was there, and generally significant when the owner's there.
Yeah.
Actually, Murphy took the ride that day, takes a ride again. So I thought that was interesting as well. And obviously you got Coat of Red and even forward George Bowie's in there,
Yeah.
which makes it quite a competitive and good little race, really. So
Yeah.
I'll be watching that to see what comes out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely an interesting race nonetheless, isn't it?
Yeah, and also in the 5:23,
Yeah.
just because I was talking about that, Acting Lady won the race that Sorengale was fourth in at Newmarket.
Right.
And she was sent off favourite. Sorengale was sent off, I don't know, about 10-1 or something like that. So she was obviously fancied to win that day. That was at the July meeting, which is normally a competitive novice. Now she steps up into a listed race. It'd be interesting to see how she goes again. But obviously, there's quite a few in there that you could be interested in and could give chances to. It's so hard
Yeah.
at this time of year to have a strong opinion in these races because obviously you're talking mainly about potential
That's
as
it.
opposed to form.
Any of them can improve pounds, can't they? Between runs, they can just improve exponentially sometimes, can't they?
Yeah, they certainly can. But yeah, one to keep an eye on and see how she goes, and one or two others in there, like James Fanshawe flying at the moment. He's got one in there. There's George Scott's horse won on debut first time. That'd be interesting. So yeah, there's another interesting race to watch for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. James Owen's also at the top. There's top rated, isn't she?
Yeah, you see, that's a sort of race where I'd be less inclined to go with James Owen because I think his speciality is with those older horses generally.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying it can't win by any means, but when I think of James Owen, I think of improving those handicappers, and as
Yeah.
we saw last night at Kempton,
Well,
landing one or two gambles.
yeah, certainly did. Yeah. Okie dokie. So 5:58. I've only written a very small spiel. It's not really anything to get particularly excited about, but I've written Scutari. It's come from France, now with Carl Burke. One on soft ground, a maiden over the 6 furlongs. So not sure about the good to firm or firm, probably reasonably firm conditions at Newbury. But nonetheless, it's always interesting to see one go to Carl Burke, and if there was a lot of money for it, I suspect you could probably think it would have a bit of a chance. I've also said Wilson's Law, best run here last year off 78, £2 higher. looked to be coming back to form last time out at Ascot. I thought, and Callum Hutchinson's on, which I'd probably prefer to the other one. So maybe has a small chance there as well, but plenty of 3-year-olds in there that could be something, but I'm not sure I'm massively frightened of them. But I think Scutari in general is probably interesting to see what the market makes of him. I don't know what you was thinking in there.
Yeah, I've got a small fancy for Media Legend.
Okay, yeah. There we go.
It's mainly more a feeling I have that it'll run well as opposed to strong form, but he has run at Newbury before and mixed messages from the form. It wasn't a bad race. Well, I say it wasn't a bad race. It was a much better race than it's running in here.
Yeah.
And it finished 5th, bearing in mind that was his first time in a handicap.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought, and not only that, that was his first time on turf in a race. So dropped £1 for finishing 5th that day. I mean, Euston Hall's useful. Lawcourt runs at Windsor today, as we've said. He's no mug.
Yeah.
One or two others have let the form down, but horses in there are rated 89 and 90.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Today, well, I say today, tomorrow, the top rated in there is 82. So it's certainly calmer waters for him.
Yeah, he's had 90 days off. So,
yeah.
A little break and maybe, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the Harry Charlton yard are going pretty well by and large. So that was one I was interested in anyway.
Yeah, 3-year-old receiving weight for age, forecast to be 8-1. I mean, it's not really a race I'll be running to the bookmakers for. I'd certainly have to take a look and see what Scutari was doing in the market. Carl doesn't send them all the way down here because he thinks they're going to fall out the back of the telly. So I'll be interested to see how that goes in the market. And I think you're right with Media Legend as well. This is a grade drop and interesting enough race, but not one that I'm rushing anywhere to try to get anything on. So nothing in the Arabian race, mate. in the last.
No, I didn't even look at it.
Okie dokie. No, did I? No. So we should go Yarmouth then. I've got nothing till the 3:13, even just to talk about job that is again.
Yeah, well, I'll let you lead the way here because I had 0 from Yarmouth.
Okay. I've literally written like a couple of lines, and it's nothing to be majorly excited about. But the fact that Divot is forecast to be even money favourite. I mean, I was going to say, do you remember this horse? You definitely do. I mean, we stuck this up, didn't we? After he'd finished second to Bone, or was it? Was that the day that we put him up?
Yeah, that was the day we put him up. He was heavily bet. I think it was Murphy riding, wasn't it?
Murphy was on, yeah, off a mark of 55. I couldn't believe that old Boner managed to do us, but he did. And anyway, subsequently, he's won a couple of. He's won well enough, but they're not the greatest races, shall we just say? And all of a sudden, he's gone from a mark of 60 to 65, but then is running against horses that are rated 75. So he's definitely gone on the upgrade here. Interesting that Arcturus Flame has now gone to James Owen from Richard Hughes, I think it was. We stuck this up, and to be honest with you, wasn't given the greatest rise. And I've got a strange feeling that maybe these owners have got the hump with a certain jockey or something like that, because ultimately he's gone to James Owen now, and you would never be surprised if that all of a sudden jumping out of the ground. And Zachary Hikes, or Hicks, however you like to say it, that's, basically a very, very, very lightly raced horse, isn't it? First time in a handicap now, against the possibility of Divot being an even money favourite. I certainly could never, ever play that against two horses that might potentially have something in the tank. So, yeah, I'd be keeping an eye, see how those markets pan out. It's not one for me to rush off and have a play in, but whenever I see a favourite like that I think is possibly suspect against a couple of horses that potentially could have something in the locker, I like to keep an eye on those.
Yeah, one little interesting thing is Kieran Fallon rode Divot when it won 2 runs back as well.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, and actually he was interviewed afterwards, didn't he? And he said that did he say something on the lines of I had to convince Bill Knight that I wanted to go to the front or something, and they
Yeah, I think he said he'd been wanting to go to the front on it.
Yeah.
Basically for wanting those to be the tactics for a while, and got the green light and in he went.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just that was just the interest in me talking about the race, because often if I see, look, the favourite can win. I'm not pretending it can't, but at even money, if there's a couple in there that I'm looking at thinking, well, hang on a minute, these two are much better horses than what he's been running against, or potentially could be much better. I mean, Zachary Hicks, we don't know, but the Roger Varian yard are going pretty well, aren't they? And first time into a handicap, it could be something. So just be interesting to see how the race pans out. And then on to the 348. I've written a little bit about this as well, because we've got some previous in here. I've said, here's Sadie. Trainer likes to have winners here, and she's a course and distance winner and a 3-time course winner. She ran well behind Luminous Warrior in a handicap, finishing second last time out, beaten just a length and a quarter. The third was 3 lengths behind Sadie, and the winner won another handicap next time out off a £5 higher mark. So into a classified event for the second time, having come up against Rockefeller Skank the last time, who won 3 races after, must have a small each way chance at a forecast price of 6s. It's not without complications. Money for James Owen and Kieran Fallon. Kieran Fallon's Castle Keeley would be interesting, but has quite frankly been beaten out of sight forever. But first time in a classified, and Nicely Curve has been eye-catching on her last 3 starts in classifieds. And Let's Beat Sepsis won for us last time out quite nicely over 10 furlongs at Windsor, and the penalty is negated by Jude's £7. So a complicated race, unfortunately. There's numerous horses that I've mentioned in there, but got a feeling a little bit for this here Sadie. I thought her run last time out in a handicap behind Luminous Warrior wasn't too bad, and the form is working out okay. And as I said, the yard do like to have runners here and try to get a winner here and there. But if she was 6-1, if you wanted to play in the race, very, very small, it could be an interest. And then the 425. I've said Creative Queen didn't get the best of runs through last time out, and possible Fallon might try to make the running. Actually, a couple have come out of here as well, haven't they? So Creators now forecast to be 3-1. So whether or not that's going to be value, I don't know. But I'd be interested to see how she gets on. Kieran Fallon riding for Haggis might be able to get out and make the running there. I don't know if you watched her run last time out. She wasn't in the greatest position there at Ripon, and I think sometimes we can forgive them a run there. And like I said, she was very much in behind the front runner there, where Angel Numbers then got away from the front and won very easily. But I didn't think that her run there was devoid of some sort of promise, and I'd be surprised if there isn't a little bit more to come from that. So, got nothing else there at Yarmouth. So I guess, have you got anything?
No, certainly don't.
Okie dokie. So we'll go off to Epsom then. I haven't got anything till the 4 o'clock.
No, I don't think I do.
Okay, so got an interesting enough one here, I thought. It's never the best thing in the whole worldwide to be going against a James Owen also after he's just acquired it and got it to win. But Sir Garfield actually beat the talented Amazing Journey over course and distance 3 starts back in July, making all the running off a mark of 77 and a £2 higher mark. Hopefully won't see him out of this. He actually ran well in a 26 runner race at Goodwood last time out on the wrong side of the track. Was only beaten 2 3/4 lengths. Back here could have a small chance of leading at a forecast price of 6s, with Jason Hart booked and John and Sean Quinn sending him back down to Epsom. Could be some sort of interest. Don't know what you thought about that race.
Yeah, definitely got a chance, hasn't it? Course form always key at Epsom. The run at Goodwood, like you say, not too bad. Beat most of the runners, really. Well, certainly 2/3 of them.
And certainly on his side, he did particularly well. The race ended up panning out stand side in the end, and he was on the far side, wasn't he? And he looked to show some decent pace over on that side. So it's never a bad thing at Epsom to have a bit of pace.
No, I always think you want to be to the fore there generally.
Yeah. So I don't think that they've sent this here for nothing. And they've got 2, but I didn't fancy the other one as I thought this probably would have been the one that was most interesting of the 2. So,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, must have some sort of chance for sure.
yeah. 4:38. I don't love this purely really because of the jock that's on, but Have a Go Bo would have a fair chance after winning nicely last time out and only getting a £2 penalty. Ran well here over course and distance in second prior to that in a Class 5. Jockey was very inexperienced, but has ridden the last twice when he's finished first and second. Forecast to be 6s. I don't that the jock obviously puts me off substantially, but 6-1 I would have thought was a fair enough price, but whether it is that or not, I mean you would never want to play one of these jockeys at any kind of short prices, that's for sure. I don't know if you had anything else in the race.
No, didn't have anything in that race. No.
Okay, anything else at Epsom?
Where are we?
I've got nothing else at Epsom.
No, I didn't really. No, I thought I did, but no.
Okay, well that's good. Okie dokie. Let's go to Newmarket. Then I haven't got anything at Thirsk. Um, uh,
No, same.
I did. I'll tell you what I did. I wrote down in the 718 that Enchant was interesting. James Doyle going to Thirsk, and Enchant ran in a reasonable novice race there, where Raneem won the race, and I think it's obviously fairly interesting that James is going down there, but. Yeah, certainly not having me running around to going. I won't be playing there. That's for sure. I didn't even write a spiel out for it.
No, and I think he writes one for Charlie Appleby as well earlier on, doesn't he? Which will
Does he?
probably be short. Yeah,
Right.
and I think the last time he rode for Charlie Appleby, or certainly one of the last few times, was the 21 length winner at
Oh yeah,
Kempton.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, he's possibly going there for one or two shortish price winners, maybe.
yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Newmarket. I've got nothing till the 7:02.
No. I think we both obviously have the same one here.
Yeah, we do. And the spiel is 50 nifty. One for us last time out at 18-1. Must have a fair chance, given he won a Class 4 last time out, travelling very well, then having to mow down one that had got away from the field on the opposite side of the track. I'd definitely mark that performance up, and dropping down in grade to a Class 5 and up just the £3, he'd be worth a chance to back it up over course and distance. He was rated in the mid-90s just last year. So 75 shouldn't be an anchor for him. He's forecast to be fives, and if he's 7 or 2 or above, that would be okay. Any more
Yeah,
to say?
definitely. Yeah, he's the horse he beat that sort of stole the march on him, Havana Blue, is also going to run Saturday at Newmarket, so that could possibly be of interest as well.
Yeah,
That form pretty good, like you say, tanked through the race, didn't get a gap probably as early as Kieran Fallon would have liked,
no,
but still managed to get there. Obviously, if they can go a strong gallop here and he can travel the same in behind, he should pick these up with slightly more ease. Callum Shepherd, not too bad for hold up horses, I don't think.
no,
Generally gets them to settle, and yeah, like you say, this horse still has room for improvement on his handicap mark. Martin Dunn sort of had a winner at Newmarket at a big price, didn't he? And then the horse followed up at Glorious Goodwood. So
yeah. I mean,
it's certainly not beyond the realms of possibility. And like you say, the class drop is a big angle, really. I mean, it's quite obvious as to why he should have a really good chance here.
yeah. I mean, April last year, he got beat a neck here at Newmarket off a marker 93 in a Class 2 to £10. Last July, he was rated 95. Now, okay, we can all see that things haven't quite gone to plan since then, and that's why he's ended up getting to a mark of 72 in the first place, and now obviously 75. But it certainly means that he has something left in the tank there, and the way that he's travelled through the race in that Class 4 and then managed to pick up the horse that had basically stolen a march. I mean, if Callum can get a clear run, that's what it's all about. Get that clear run, bit of a pace to run at, would have a chance. So There we go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you'd have to be relatively keen on him for sure. If he's in the same form, then it could be 2 wins out of 2 for old 50 Nifty.
Yep, could be. So we'd be off to the 737, where I've said Tuscan Hills has been running into a bit of form recently, going quite well in a couple of Class 2s, and this slight dip in grade might help his cause. And with the stiff finish also looking to be a plus, he was rated 105 last September, so off 93, he might be worth a very small chance at a forecast price of 8s. That would be an okay price for a small play. I know you've got a little bit of previous here with Hickory, but that's at Ascot, isn't it, really? He definitely loves a bit of Ascot, and I'd noticed when I was going through it earlier on that Sterling Knight and Hickory ran against each other last time here, and Sterling Knight was in front of him. So I think obviously since he's won last time out, the Hickory, and obviously got a few extra pounds or a couple of extra pounds on his back since then, he is forecast to be the favourite, Hickory, I think. Yeah. So
I don't fancy Hickory in this.
No.
I think my whole angle for backing him last time at Ascot was the fact that Ascot is the track he goes best at.
Exactly.
And the jockey rides Ascot particularly well last time. So, especially when you're backing it at 10-1. That was quite a nice result. So,
absolutely.
For me, I quite like Sterling Knight here. You obviously spoke about it a little bit. Third here last time it ran. That was quite a good run. Dropped a pound since then. Obviously was behind Tuscan Hills at Thirsk, but I do think we see a better Sterling Knight when he runs at this track. He's got Toby Moore on, taking 7 off. Toby rode a winner here last Saturday at the track. I think he's improving all the time, actually. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Billy Loughnane or anything like that, but he's not terrible for his £7 claim. That will be useful for old Sterling in this. He does seem to like both Newmarket tracks. He's forecast to be around 12-1, which I think is quite a big price in here. I have to say. There's question marks about with them. So, personally, I'd probably be chancing the old Sterling each way.
There we go.
For a small bet.
Okie dokie. Well, I don't have anything else. So if you have, then
no, I wasn't overly interested in the last race as a horses. Sort of been a little bit of a nemesis to us in that, isn't there? Old Rogue Empire, the improvement coming out of absolutely nowhere. But I didn't have anything in that, and that's about all from me.
There we go. That's all from me as well. So thank you for listening. Have a great day, everybody.
Okay, so that just about wraps everything up for today. Thanks for listening to today's analysis. If you found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss our daily race previews. For our exclusive early analysis before the markets open, visit gallopinggurus.com and become a member today. We mostly rely on people's kindness to donate for our hard work, so if you feel like you got something out of our analysis or out of our content, please don't hesitate to go to the gallopinggurus.com website and hit that donate button. No matter how big or small, we appreciate your support. Be lucky, everyone. Enjoy the racing, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao for now.